guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name's Aubrey and today's video is going to be trying to find a 5-star read. I actually had a bit of a reading slump the past couple months, which is why there's been a decrease of book vlogs in general, but specifically book vlogs. So today's video, we're going to be reading books until we find a 5-star. Now I will say we may find a 5-star book a little bit earlier than I am anticipating. If that's the case, we will go to what I'm currently reading and we will finish the books. Also, on a side note, can we appreciate my new shelves? This is my first time filming a video in front of these shelves. I've probably had them for a month now. And because I've been in a reading slump, I actually haven't filmed anything in front of it. And I'm just like, this is so exciting. I get to like show you guys my bookshelves. I love it. But yeah, I'm excited. That was a side tangent, but anyway, let's get into the video. I'm so excited. I do have a few books that I'm wanting to read, but I'm not going to share until we start reading it. We're going to be starting this video off with One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune. I have not read a book by her in so long. I actually have two of her books up here. I know you guys can like barely see it. I don't think I've read her third book, but I've almost read all of her books. Oh, her third book was called This Summer Will Be Different. I actually haven't read that one, which came out last summer, but if I like this, maybe I'll pick that one up too. Hoping that this one is really good. I've heard really great things, so I'm so pumped to read it. But yeah, today's video is just going to be a reading vlog. We're going to talk about books. We're going to hopefully find some 5 stars, and maybe you can add some new summer books to your TBR this summer. Anyway, let's hop into it. I don't know. Settled in to my couch in my living room, and we're about to start One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune. Like I said, I read a couple of her books. I don't know if I mentioned this, but this is about the older brother in Every Summer After. And if you've read Every Summer After, you will know what happened to make this interesting. Every Summer After was a 5-star read for me, but I also hated the conflict. If you know, you know. So I'm excited to see Charlie in a different perspective. I'm excited to see his story. I read that book, I think, in the summer of 2022, so it's been 3 years, so I don't remember it all too much, so I'm excited. Hey guys, okay, it is 9 and I'm gonna start getting ready for bed. I would begin updating you on the book. I locked in. I started reading that. I think I'm at like 180 or something. I wish I knew when I started reading because it's 9 now and I feel like it's flying by. Percy and Sam did make an appearance. Lily and Alice are so sweet. I feel like Alice is just so relatable. She just got out of that relationship. She goes to the lake to escape with her grandmother. And something's going on with Charlie. I'm not exactly sure what's up, but essentially what is bringing, well, there's a few things that's bringing the two of them together. The first is, though, that Alice knows who Charlie is based off of a photo she took from her first time going to the, oh my gosh, what's it called? It's a double B. I can't remember. I'll have to think of that later and try to include it. But her first time going, she snapped a picture of Charlie, Sam, and Percy on a yellow boat. And then that like started her photography career. And now she has that and she's like, oh my gosh, this is the person that was in that photo who I kind of was obsessing over and making like fantasies with. I don't know. The vibes are immaculate. I cannot believe how quickly it kind of entrapped me into the story. Like, I want to be at the lake. I want to be on a unicorn/Pegasus floaty or riding jet skis or jumping off of cliffs. I mean, come on. That sounds amazing. So I stopped for a moment while I was in the bathroom and I finished getting ready. I took a shower and everything. I do have my retainer in, so sorry if there's a lisp. But I'm going to go ahead and bunker down and continue reading. I'll probably only read a little bit more. So the page update is 182 right now, and like I was saying, I'm obsessed with it. It's so good, and I'm obsessed with Charlie and Alice. I love Alice, but like I am obsessed with Charlie. He's so fun. I'm so glad we're getting to see more of him. And yeah, I'm gonna keep on reading this bad boy. See you guys later. Hi everyone, happy Friday. It is 4:23 and I actually got off work a little bit early today. Yesterday was Juneteenth and today was my first day back. I was gone Monday through Wednesday for a family vacation. It's a very weird week going back on a Friday. And our office closes normally at 5, 8 to 5 is our business hours. But during summer we have summer hours and our office closes at 4:30. But the director was super nice and let us all out at 4. So I got a little bit, I already have a 30-minute extra afternoon during the summer, and today I got an hour extra. So very good. I did just change into a bathing suit because I have a pool here. I've lived here for a month and a half, I think. I've only been once. So we're going today. The UV is still like a 7 right now. It's 100 degrees. So we're gonna go and we're gonna go read out there. But before we do that, I have a couple packages, so I thought we could open them up together. I am on a book buying ban this year, with the only exception being my book club books. So that's what I have here. I'm very excited. I'm gonna pull them out. I also got some new face products as well. I'm gonna open these and then do a combined haul. I think I'm gonna have another package delivered today, which is not good. They were just all separate. So the only book we have in this package is Remarkably Bright Creatures. I didn't realize the edges were sprayed, which is so fun. This is our July book club pick. I'm like, oh my gosh, what month are we in? I actually missed this week's. It was actually last night. I missed it. And last night we were talking about The Sentence, which I also ordered, which will probably be, I'll probably unbox that in a later clip because I was listening to it on audio, but I feel like I need the physical book. I didn't end up finishing it, which was kind of good that I didn't go because I wouldn't have been able to participate. But yeah, I'm super excited about this. I've heard such good things about it. And then I got a few goodies. I got a e.l.f. liquid blush brush, the Real Techniques bubble blending brush, because I got the Say Glowy Super Gel and they have a foundation brush, but I didn't want to spend the amount it cost. So I got the dupe, which is a Real Techniques bubble brush. So I'm excited about this. I got this in the shade Sun Glow, which I think is the darkest shade, but it's supposed to give you like a bronzed look. I don't know. Let's look at it. I'm gonna put it on my hand. Whoa. Oh yeah, that'll definitely make me look tan. Hopefully it doesn't look, oh my gosh, it smells so good, wow. Wow, that smells amazing. I don't think you can tell the difference. Maybe you can. This one has it, this one doesn't. But I also got a Say blush, which is why I got this blush brush. So I don't know when that's coming in, but I want to elevate my face makeup a little bit. I just think I'd feel more confident if I had a little something. It's probably good that I don't wear anything, but I'm wanting to. So yeah, we got a blush brush and then this, which this is so awesome. Can't wait to use that. Anyway, that's a little haul. You may get one later in the video, but right now we're gonna go to the pool. So let's go.
Very eager to go back to Sabine's part and just read about art that I've found so far. There's been such incredible, like I'm actually jaw dropped of my Tootsie Roll so I can get it early. It didn't even sell out. I have actually been enjoying the special editions. Wait, and I don't know, maybe.
It's so windy, but it's also really nice out here. There's 2 other girls here. Actually, I have no idea where they are. Anyway, I love this book. It's so good. Wow. I Guys, I don't know what I really look like right now, but I just finished One Golden Summer and I think I have to rate it 5 stars because are you kidding me? This was amazing. Also, finishing it in this atmosphere was also really lovely. I don't even know what time it is right now. Hold on. I probably got out here at like 4:30 something. It's 5:47. I think I've been out here a little over an hour, which honestly is so good. I guess I should probably talk about this book a little bit. So Alice is a photographer. She recently got out of a relationship. His name was Trevor. I feel like if you're dating sorry if you're dating someone named Trevor, but like, no, girl, no. And she then goes with her nan to Barry's Bay. Is that what it is? Barry's Bay. Yes, I think earlier I said something like, oh, it has 2 B's. It's Barry's Bay. And she had been there once before. She took this picture, named it One Golden Summer, and in that picture it was Charlie, Percy, and Sam. And if you haven't read Every Summer After, I would suggest reading that book before you read this book. I guess you don't have to, but I would highly suggest it just because there is some crossover and there's a spoiler of sorts in there. But yeah, they basically meet and they complete a summer bucket list, and she's just kind of having fun, kind of coming out of her shell. And you can tell something's off with Charlie. Like, they're both hesitant for the relationship to happen. And I loved how it ended, and I loved getting glimpses of Percy and Sam because I loved Every Summer After. But honestly, okay, it could be because I read Every Summer After literally 3 years ago, but I want to say this one is better than that. I don't know if that's accurate, but I love Charlie so much, and I also loved Alice. But yeah, it was so good. This was such a good book, and I mean, it's already a 5 stars, so I don't really know what we're gonna do moving forward, and we're gonna at least read 30 books, like I said. But the whole point of this video was to find a 5 star, and I freaking did, which is crazy. But anyway, I think I'm gonna probably head back to our apartment and make some dinner. So I'm gonna pack up here and chat with y'all later while we pick our next book.
Out of all my brothers, I least expected him to be here. If I was a lapsed Catholic, he was a full-blown atheist.
Look who decided to join us.
Alec turned to me locked eyes, both of us wearing equally suspicious looks. What the fuck are you doing here? I wondered, and I could tell Alec was thinking the same thing. None of us did anything without reason. I was here for long. I had no idea why he got just ready and waiting. Anticipation coursed through my body. Our target didn't know he'd been me.
That little montage of me making this really poor drawing of cats. I saw a picture of this on Pinterest, and I actually, let me see. I already exited out. I saw it after we went on our trip, and I was like, oh, that would be so cute because we saw so many cats in Greece. They saw them in Greece. So these are the ones that I saw in Jamaica. I'm gonna have to take a picture of it tomorrow when the lighting is a bit better. But yeah, it's 8:40. I went ahead and ate dinner after I last spoke with you guys. I don't even remember. I made some chicken, and then I had strawberries and some cheese and a root beer. It was really good. And then I updated, Anna and I have a journal together. Let's see. And I added a few things. I added like an in and out thing and then a summer bingo thing as well. And that's kind of it. I mean, I also did a life update, but I don't want to share that. And then in my own personal journal, I went ahead and did this. So I don't have a book journal. I just have these two journals. And that's basically it. But yeah, I've just been sitting here listening to my audiobook. Oh no. Clip of me like just drawing these cats while the audiobook is playing. I think I'm gonna have to put I'm gonna have to keep one clip in because it's crazy listening to it and then I'm just like doodling. Gosh, this audiobook is crazy. So I don't know if I told you guys I had started listening to, what is it called? Caught Up, or yeah, it's called Caught Up. It is the second book in the Into the Darkness series by Nevessa Allen. Let me get the last oil pastel. The newest book for the Into the Darkness series. In the fall, I listened to, was it called Light in the Darkness? I don't remember, but it was one of the funniest audiobooks I've ever listened to. And I've read a few dark romances, but I would not say that's my genre. But something about, what was it called? Was it Into the Dark? Now I have to look it up. Lights Out. It was called Lights Out. Something about that was just so funny where I was like, I'm honestly excited for this book. I will say it's not as funny as Lights Out. I already forgot the name. But I am enjoying it. I know this isn't on my physical TBR, which means I shouldn't be reading it for this video, but I have it on Libby. Gosh, Lemon's here. Hi.
Hello.
What's up?
Not much. What are you?
Nothing. I was just showing my it's cats we met in Jamaica. They're kind of scary. They're really scary.
That is not a cat. That's a human wearing a cat costume.
It's really scary.
That was like an anime furry. Like, that's crazy. How did you do that?
I was using the oil pastels. They're kind of hard.
This one looks like a tiger.
I know it does.
Which one was the one that we met first?
This one.
Yeah, kind of mangy.
Yeah, but he had white on him, but you can't really do that on. It's hard
on
to
white
do
paper.
that.
Yeah.
He was a black and white cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look good.
Anyway, yeah. So I'm doing a.
Yeah.
I know that is
like
scary. That one is also really. I tried to do a fluffy cat.
It kind of looks like a girl with like bangs.
Yeah. Good morning. We are in my car because I'm about to head off to brunch with Bailey. If I remember, I'll try to get a clip of her in it. She has been in some of my videos from like high school, like from junior year of high school, so that's kind of funny. She just texted me. But anyway, we are getting brunch today. London left this morning at like 6:15, 6:30-ish, because he is golfing. He had a tee time of 7:10. I honestly would have gone with him, but Bailey and I had this brunch scheduled, so I ended up getting up with him. I had a slower morning than my work mornings. I always wake up at 6, or most of the time I wake up at 6, and I did Pilates, and then I went on a walk. I went on a little bit of a longer walk, and I kept on listening to, what's it called? Caught Up? I always forget what it's called. I think it's called Caught Up. And I'm already 85% the way through, and I literally started it yesterday. I do listen at 2 times speed, which London made fun of last night. But I don't know, I feel like when you start listening to it and then you continue doing it, you just get used to it. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be finishing that tonight. I know it's not going to be a 5-star. It's leaning towards a 3-star as of now. So the main characters are, is it Nick or Nico? He goes by Junior. He was mentioned in the last book, Lights Out. And he was the cousin of Allie, who is the main character. And Allie and Josh have been in this series, honestly, a lot, or in this book a lot. And the first book, the audiobook, guys, you guys have to listen to it. It's dark, and there are themes that are a little, like in real life, you would be like, no, jail. But in the book, you're like laughing and you're like, oh my gosh, wait, yeah, I want you to sneak into my house with a ghost face mask. Like, it was just kind of like hilarious, the first one, whereas this one is not as funny, and I don't know if it's the narrators or if it's actually just the book is not as funny as the first one, but I have laughed out loud once, and it had to do with Josh and Allie. Like, they were in the scene, and I'm just like, I think I love them so much more than Nico or Nick Jr. and Lauren. Is that her name? I think it's Lauren, because I think he calls her Lo. And I think her older sister's name is Kristen. But anyway, it is, I don't know. I like it. It's going by really fast. It's a quick audiobook read. But the plot is like, they had a falling out 10 years prior or something. They were in high school, and now it's years later, so it's a little bit of a second chance romance. But he's in the mob and she's a camera girl, which I've honestly never read a book with a camera girl, I don't think, so it's really fun and interesting, and I think her as a character, I like her a lot. And then Nico or Nick is trying to get out of the mob, but he's also so ingrained in it. He's the oldest son of the mob, like, boss or whatever. And so they're just having some conflict, and Lauren's dad went missing at the very beginning, and then Nick showed up. So she just found out, like, oh, he might actually be, like, dead, instead of, oh, he's just missing, because sometimes he does that, because he's also involved in the mob. And so she's about to confront him, and I'm interested to see what that's like. I don't think that's a spoiler, just because at the very beginning you find out that her dad is missing, and then Nick shows up, so you're like, oh, there has to be some sort of correlation. I don't think he actually killed her dad, but I guess we'll find out. And it's like, even if he did, no, if he did, they can't end up together like that. Even if your dad is like so awful, if someone kills your dad, you're not messing with that. You're not. But anyway, I'm having a lot of fun. I think after this book, since I kind of went off of my physical TBR, I think I'll have to finish The Nightingale. I'm about halfway through it, and I just have not read it. It was supposed to be my book club book for May, and I still have not finished it. So I feel like this might be the perfect book to finally finish that. It's one of my currently reading, and I just need to finish it. And then, depending on how many days it takes me to finish it, we might read another book, we might not. I'm just wanting to read a book before June 30th, because Goodreads has these challenges. I'll put like an image of them. If you don't know, they have new challenges that they've been doing. They're like ribbon challenges outside of just the regular, oh, this is how many books I want to read this year, which I've had a lot of fun completing them the past several months, but this one ends June 30th, and I only need one ribbon left, and that is the Pride Month one. And I think I'm gonna read Hungerstone, because that's what my friend Ashley read, and she said she liked it a lot. But I don't even know if we're gonna read that in this video. I'm kind of rambling a lot, but yeah, I just wanted to update you on Caught Up. I think that's what it's called. I literally don't know. But yeah, thanks for writing with me. I'm gonna go enjoy some brunch, and then I'll probably chat with you guys after. Hey guys, I got a microphone.
Hey guys, this is London.
And we're gonna test it. We tried to test it earlier and it didn't work. Oh my gosh, it's so backlit.
I bet you could point these microphones by the birds up there.
Go do it.
Oh.
Aww.
Maybe in the morning when they're active.
Oh wait, we need to water those before you leave for work.
Birds?
No, the plants.
Oh.
Hey guys, we're hoping this works. We troubleshooted, I think. London did.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I think the issue is I had it connected to my phone, and then I just immediately put it on my camera versus redoing the process.
Oh yeah, you have to redo the process.
So I think that's maybe what happened. But I'm going to listen to this on my camera and see how it sounds. Hold on, should I go to the bathroom and see if you can hear me again?
You should try that again.
1 second.
So guys, I was gonna go to the bathroom. She's gonna speed the microphone, test it out. It's here. I'm
pooping. Just kidding, I'm not. I don't know what that was. Ew. Okay, let's try this. Ready?
Everything.
You didn't hear anything?
No, I didn't.
Okay, good. Let's see if they did. Hey everyone. I hope that this is working. If it's not, you guys should still be able to hear me. I'll just look silly because I'm holding a microphone. I also don't know how close and far away to hold it. I have always kind of wanted a microphone, but I don't know, I didn't want to buy one, so I literally just bought the cheapest one off of Amazon that I could find that also looks semi-decent. This didn't even have any reviews on it, I'm pretty sure. It was so cheap. So hopefully it works. I do remember it saying something about 3 settings, but I don't know. There's nothing to indicate that there would be different settings for the microphone. So hopefully you can hear me when I'm holding it this far away. But I just thought it would be fun. And I just spent a couple hours editing, not a couple. I spent like maybe an hour and a half while Lennon was still here. I think at like 2-ish, we kind of just we were hanging out. And I started editing the video that you guys are currently watching just because I solely wanted to hear what the mic sounded like. And then when I got into it, I was like, okay, I'm just going to edit what I have so far. But now we are playing Sims and I'm going to finish the audiobook for Caught Up. I also just want to say I'm using a mouse for the first time. Lennon has a Bluetooth mouse and I'm able to connect it to my old laptop. This is called my Sim laptop. It stopped working probably because it's from 2020 and it just, I don't know. I ended up having to buy a new MacBook last summer, so this is my designated Sim laptop, which isn't the best thing to play Sims on, but I have not used a mouse to play Sims probably since I was in middle school, elementary school, when my family had a family computer. And then I didn't play Sims for a few years because my dad only had his laptop and he didn't want us playing Sims on it. And so I didn't play Sims until 2020, and I'm obsessed. Anyway, I'm currently playing the Very Veggie Legacy Challenge by Lil Simsy. If you know, you know. She's amazing. This video isn't about Sims, but I thought, why not? Since we're reading in this video, I'm going to listen to my audiobook, and I wanted to update you on what I'm doing. It is 3:36 right now. Lennon started work at 3, so he left almost an hour ago. And I think I'm going to sim for a little bit. I'm going to sim for a little bit. And then I was thinking about going to the pool. I didn't mention it, but today is Major's birthday. So Major, if you're watching this, I love you. I hope you had a wonderful Saturday. Her birthday wasn't on the solstice this year, but it basically was. And she's also basically a Gemini. So wish her a happy birthday. I got to call out Ashley and Major in this video. Anyway, that's enough chatting. Let's get listening to this crazy book. I'm at 85%. Let's go.
Colorado mug. It's pretty full.
I'm gonna have London's latte. Sorry for this weird angle. Still not cold enough. It tastes good. Wow. I don't understand black coffee, but I get this.
Sugar?
Yeah. Hey guys, Hey guys, you probably just saw London making my coffee. It's so good. I don't usually drink coffee, but London got a couple coffee machines for, not Christmas.
Wedding.
For our wedding. And he's been experimenting, and so I am happy to try his creations. So today we did an iced latte with hazelnut creamer. So he did pick that hazelnut creamer up last night. Let's talk about Caught Up, because I have finished 2 books since the last time I've like actually talked to you. Up rating Caught Up 3 stars. I thought it was fine. I actually was watching Larry Reed's reading vlog yesterday. She came out with it whenever I'm filming this, and she was reading Caught Up in that, and it was after I'd finished the book, and I just felt like her way of describing it made so much sense. She was just like, I don't care. Like, some of the scenes are fun, but there's no emotional connection or investment to Nick and Lauren. And I agreed with that. And she had even said something about like the only scenes she was interested in had Josh or Allie in it. And I had said something like the only scenes where I felt like I was laughing and it gave the same vibes as the first one was when Josh and Allie were in it. I do think the 3rd book is going to be about Tyler or Taylor. I don't remember his name. I think it's Tyler. And then I think the friend was named Taylor, the roommate of Lauren. And I'm excited. It introduced a girl at the end. I think her name started with an S. Of course, now I'm forgetting it. I took no notes on this. But yeah, I ended up reading that, rating it 3 stars. I think if you liked Lights Out and you're interested in this series, like continuing it, I don't think it's a bad book whatsoever. I'm going to read the 3rd book. I thought it was fun. Some of it was fun. I will say it was very heavy. It is a dark romance and it has lots of triggers, so be warned. One thing that I have never read is voyeurism.
What did you say?
Are you listening? Did you smile at me or at your phone?
My phone. Bryce sent me a funny golf where the ball hit him it like hit something and came back and hit him.
Bryce? Or it was like
No, Bryce sent like
a meme? Okay. I read a book about voyeurism. It was crazy. I've never read any. I guess it was probably in the beginning of the content warnings, but I wasn't really listening to them. And oh my gosh, it was insane. Like next level. I've never read something like that. Not that it was bad. I thought it was, not that I thought it was good, but like it didn't bother me. After I finished that book, I hopped into reading The Nightingale. I've been reading this since early May. I started reading it for my book club. We discussed this book in May, and I'm just now finishing it at the end of June. And oh my gosh, we found our next 5-star. This book was amazing. I was full on sobbing. I did record myself finishing this book because I knew it was going to be heart-wrenching, and it was. I have chills thinking about it. Like, I don't know if you can see my chills right now. This book was next level. I've never read any sort of fiction or any book about World War II outside of The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank. I feel like that's a pretty standard book a lot of people have read just through classes and whatnot. But this is the first historical fiction I've ever read surrounding World War II. And it's the first time I ever really read about occupied France. I don't know that much about World Wars. World War II I know a little bit more about. But this just, I don't know. Again, it's fiction, but a lot of it was based on true history, true facts. Kristen Hanna did her research to make it as accurate as possible. She just embellished the characters a little bit. And just, oh my gosh, the relationship between the two sisters and their love for one another and how they fought back against the Nazis in their own separate way. It was so good. Like, it actually had me crying. And then London, can you tell them how I was last night when you came home from work?
Yeah.
Wait, will you come to the camera?
She's crying over these World War II sisters that she's never met and that are fictional characters because she just felt so blessed to be living in America and to have this blessed life.
More, not to like, USA,
but no, just being in America offers you opportunities that you don't get everywhere else in the world. We're lucky to be born in the place that we are born and have the opportunities that we have because of the Constitution and our parents and where we're placed in life. And that's a blessing, and then shouldn't take that for granted.
Absolutely. And yeah, I was just feeling emotional because there is stuff going on like in the current political atmosphere, and regardless of if something happens or not, like on U.S. territory, we have lived such an incredibly like safe and overall blessed. I think that's a good way of putting it, life. Like, I've never had to worry about food rations or like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna start crying again, like fearing for my life and like everyday sense of like, oh, we're gonna get bombed or anything like that. So I'm just very grateful for the life I live and the family that I have and my husband, because
she was crying like a baby.
I was, and I'm about to cry again. It's just I think it's really cool that a book can do that.
Yeah, it's super powerful. John Green would be happy with you.
John Greenwood?
Yeah.
That's funny. Not much to say. I did start our 4th book. I decided we're gonna do 4 books in this reading blog just because I kind of have been flying through. I flew through Caught Up and The Nightingale. I was already halfway through it when we started this video, so I didn't have too much to read. It's a very big book. It's like 560 some pages. Oh my gosh. If you read anything in this little vlog, please read The Nightingale. I've read 2 books from Kristen Hanna and they've both been 5 out of 5 stars and they have both made me cry. She's unreal. I want to read The Women now. I've heard really good things about that. Also that it makes you very emotional. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish up my avocado toast and my latte before we head off to church. And I will talk to you guys sometime after. Hey everyone, welcome back. I am sitting back in our office / library room because we're going to talk about the books that we read in this video. I will say I kind of fell off of vlogging after the weekend ended just because today's Tuesday when I'm filming this last bit. And, you know, Monday and Tuesday, they're work days. They've been a little bit slower, but I did finish our 4th and final book of this video last night after me and my friend Ashley played tennis. I think the last time I talked to you guys, I had started Hungerstone, I want to say. I don't even think I had talked about it really. So we're just going to talk about all the books that we read in this video. That way we make sure all of our ground is covered. All the ground is covered. I'll say Hungerstone was really good. I did listen to a majority of it. I did read it on my Kindle, but London and I have had conflicting schedules the past couple weeks, and so he usually gets home late, and I think the past 2 nights he's found me asleep with the Kindle stand like right above me. So I'm pretty sure that I've read the Kindle version of Hungerstone, but I didn't read much that way. So Hungerstone I did listen. I went on a lot of walks. I've been daily walking, and so I listened then, and then also just around the house and whatnot. Just trying to get the most of my reading experience. And I will say I really like the audiobook, but we are going to start with our first book that we read in this video, and that was One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune. I ended up rating this book 5 stars. It was my third book that I've read from this author. I believe it's her fourth book out, or it's her fourth book she's published. And this book, if you don't know, does connect to Every Summer After, which was her debut novel that she released in 2022. So I do think it's really fun that she did a callback to that. And I will say, I almost feel like I liked this book more than I liked Every Summer After. I thought Charlie Florrick was just the absolute best male main character. I think a lot of conflict and romances are frustrating. I feel like it's been very few books where a third act breakup has been prevalent, and I've actually understood why the two characters are breaking up. This one was kind of like, guys, if you just communicated, you are 33 and 35, communicate like adults. There was a little bit of that where I was frustrated, but overall I did enjoy it. There was some health anxiety involved. Like if health issues make you anxious, I would just be cautious of that because that definitely is involved. But overall, I really loved this. I read it in maybe 2 or 3 sittings. So I guess I should maybe explain what it's about. I know I've talked about it a little bit, but this book is about Alice. She's a photographer. She just got out of a long-term relationship, and she's just feeling a little lost. And so when her nan, I think they call her Nan, when her Nan breaks a hip, they decide to just spend the summer in Barry's Bay, where she had been there once before when she was 17, and now she's 33, or she turns 33 at some point in the novel, I believe. And so they go, and she meets Charlie, and it's kind of just a love affair from there. If you did read Every Summer After, which again, I would suggest you guys read that first before you read this, because while you don't have to, I just think it aids in the story. You kind of know what's going on. There's a spoiler for something that is a pretty big plot point in Every Summer After, which is why I would suggest reading it in publication order or reading order. But anyway, you do see Percy and Sam from Every Summer After in this book, which I really enjoyed. I liked seeing glimpses into their romances. While I don't remember that novel as much because I read it 3 years ago now, it was nice to see them and just be back in Barry's Bay. But yeah, this one was 5 stars, and it's kind of funny because this video was trying to find a 5-star read, and the first book I read was 5 stars. I did end up reading a different book after that, and I literally almost just forgot it. This is crazy. I read Caught Up by Nevessa Allen. I ended up rating this 3 stars. Now I have to go check Goodreads. This was the second book in the Ruinous Love trilogy. I read Lights Out sometime in the fall, and I listened to it on audio. I listened to both of these on audio, and if you're going to read them, I would probably suggest audio. I would definitely suggest audio for Lights Out, because that book, while this is a dark romance, it's kind of a dark rom-com kind of vibe. Lights Out had me giggling. Like, it was so funny. I thought it was hilarious. I'm not really a dark romance gal. I'll read here and there if I've heard a lot of good things about it, like the series. I believe it was Heather McLary that recommended Lights Out, and it was amazing. I loved the audiobook. This one was just a little less important to me. I didn't really connect with the characters as much as I did with Josh and Allie, and I'm pretty sure I laughed out loud once, and it involved Josh and Allie. So if that tells you anything, I don't know. Maybe read the first one. If you're still interested, I'd read the second one. I will be reading the third one because at this point I'm already 2 books into the 3-book series, so why would I not finish? Yeah, this one was fine. Solid 3-star. If it sounds interesting to you, I'd read it. If it doesn't, probably you could pass. Leads us into our second 5-star book. I cannot believe we read 2 5 stars in this video. I'm very glad. But I read The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I actually started this early in May. It was my book club pick for the month of May, and I just am now finishing it towards the end-ish of June. And this was my pick. Like, I picked this book for my book club to read, and I didn't even read the book. Which, after finishing it, I don't know how I didn't. Like, I don't know how I didn't read this as soon as I possibly could, because this was amazing. You guys saw the clips of me bawling. Like, I was actually sobbing. This was amazing. Such an interesting story of love, friendship, family, loss. I've never read anything set during the war, I'm pretty sure. I know I talked about this a little bit. I definitely never read anything set in occupied World War II France. So it was so incredible. I loved Isabella, or Isabel. Oh my gosh, why am I forgetting her name? I think it's just Isabel. Isabel and Bianne, just two lovely sisters. And I don't know, it just made me feel very deep emotional things this past couple days. Just feeling very appreciative of my family and my friends. And just the life that I get to live. So I would recommend that. I will say it is a very emotional one. And if you read that, be prepared, is all I have to say. I didn't think I was going to cry, and then I did. So yay. And that leads us into our last book that I kind of talked about at the beginning of this clip, Hungerstone by Kate Dunn. I ended up rating this 4 stars. This is a Carmilla retelling, and the reason I wanted to read it in this vlog is because I'm doing the Goodreads reading challenges, and this one fit the rainbow read category. So if you don't know what Carmilla is, it is a novel that is from the 19th century. I'm forgetting the exact date, but it is by Sheridan Le Fanu. I've actually read this book twice, and it's a 5-star read for me. I think the first time I read it, I rated 4 stars, and then I read it again, and I'm like, this is 5 stars. It's a novella that inspired Dracula, and it is very sapphic. If you've read it, you know. If you haven't, you should. Lesbian vampires, like, come on, that's what we all want. I knew you were gonna laugh at that. Anyway, so it's not a modern retelling. It's different. It's almost like it's a completely different novel, which it is. It's just taking inspiration from the original story. It's definitely, I think how Kate Dunn tried to describe it was a feminist retelling of Carmilla. Even though I kind of think Carmilla in itself is a kind of a feminist story. Yeah, it's a convoluted mix of things we could discuss. But overall, yeah, I just really enjoyed it. I read it per Ashley's recommendation. Thanks, Ashley, for recommending it because we were talking about it. And I was so excited to read it, just keep on reading it. I could not stop thinking about it I think I must have started it on Saturday. Maybe I started it on Sunday. Honestly, I don't know. But I finished it last night, and I was just so entrapped, entrapped. I have no idea. But yeah, I don't have much to say about that one. I think if you know the story of Carmilla, or if the story of Carmilla interests you, I think you should read it. Or if you're just into gothic romance, kind of the mad woman trope, I think you would enjoy it. But that was the 4th book that I read. Honestly, a pretty good mix. We had 1 3-star, 1 4-star, and then 2 5-star. I would say that's a pretty successful reading vlog. Very happy with all the picks that we have. I will have to do this video again because I think I just got lucky with 2 5-stars, and the first book being a 5-star was just insane. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you have any other video reading vlog ideas for me to do, and I will certainly do it. I have a lot of books that I need to be reading, so there's always something I could be vlogging while I'm reading. But anyway, yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope I will see you guys in the next video. Peace and love. Bye, guys. What's a tiny mic? What are our thoughts? Bye.